From here on seems hard, but how about drawing a world-class player with great Wimbledon success in the second?
Taylor Dent's first serve of the match was 140 miles an hour against Agassi, and then Todd Martin had a couple match points, but he settled down, a couple easy wins, and he knows Philippoussis has worked awfully hard. Now I wonder, this is probably, and we don't talk about the heat a whole lot in London, but this is London in the summer. It's pretty cool out there right now. And Agassi obviously hoping to take advantage of the weariness that Philippoussis must have, although he told me before the match that it's just starting to feel good, just getting going now. Feels unreal.
Philippoussis said
yeah,
that?
he said that. Somehow I don't totally believe him.
Well, yeah, he beat Henman in a short fifth set. It was only 6-4.
Please, first set.
Oh, Philippoussis to serve.
Philippoussis to serve. Play.
What Agassi hopes to avoid is what Philippoussis did to Henman in their last match. In the first set, Henman won. In the set, won 9 points.
Believe you me, Philippoussis knows he's not playing Henman. It's a different level out here. Match started about a half hour later than anticipated. And I guess you know, chomping at the bit to get out there.
Second choice.
That was a second serve, in case you were wondering, about 120 miles an hour. And Agassi looking just to break a sweat at this point and get going. Not an easy guy to get rhythm against.
Philippoussis holds at love to begin the match.
First game.
There's Mark, now been around a long time, but still only 23. Huge man at 6'4", getting fitter. Boris Becker, his new, quote, coach manager. This is road. Those monstrous 5-setters. Schalk and Amir 20-18 in the fifth. Henman a routine, as you said, just a 6'4".
Andre Agassi said he would love to know what it feels like to serve 128-mile-an-hour ace second serve on match point. Just to know what it feels like. Of course, Philippoussis finished off Henman with 4 aces in the final game.
15 love. Let the service.
Agassi, as you all know, is not a serve and volleyer, so he's going to be out there slugging away from the baseline, and Philippoussis is not quite sure how to approach this.
And there's the question, John. Does Philippoussis have the ability to hurt Andre in Andre's service games?
Definitely. I mean, he has the ability. I mean, he smacks a heavy ball. You talk about pace. He's up there with Agassi off the ground. He's just not as accurate or as steady. See it? Word power come to mind there? And he twists those hips to get some extra oomph. Flicks that wrist, and Agassi, no hope. Barely saw the ball. And that's what I expect you'll be seeing more and more of. Philippoussis looking to take control from the net. He's improved his volleying. Trying to get into this game. Agassi still has the point to level at 1-all.
Game Agassi.
There it is. Fifth time these two have played.
As recently as earlier this year, Ted, and that's when Philippoussis was just, you know, getting back and getting his confidence back. It's just now, really, finally, that he's playing his best tennis. He did win a big Davis Cup final for them in France, beating Pioline, which was quite an effort for him to be part of the team #1 with the problems he's had with
15 left.
Newcomb and Roach, among others. And there's the big serve that you'll see plenty of today. You know, one reason why he's not with Pat Cash anymore, who he left earlier this year, was when Pat looked at Mark's schedule. Not surprisingly, Philippoussis leading the way. Gamble, who plays Sampras later, add 2 more. Is that when Pat looked at his schedule, he was scheduled to be in 11 straight weeks. His agents or whoever it was. And Pat said to them, this is nuts. I mean, this guy's had knee problems. He's had a couple surgeries. He's a big guy. He needs time to take breaks here and there. This is not the type of schedule he should be involved in. And sure enough, eventually he broke down, missed some time. Knee swelled up, and the two of them parted ways. Pat's saying it like it is, and they're not buying it. Looking for the money, I have a feeling.
Again,
well, so far, 2 dominant games on serve by Philippoussis. The huge Aussie has started strong on center court.
Philippoussis leads by 2 games to 1.
Jeopardy.
Seinfeld. Eggs, butter, and jam.
Jesus.
Princess Diana.
Swing.
Salsa.
Older.
Younger.
Drama.
Comedy.
I like the Coyote. Hope he gets it.
Roadrunner.
Independent.
Republican.
Boxers. Briefs. I don't know.
The death of my coach.
Train.
Train.
Sour.
Sweet.
Crushed.
Cubed.
Sinner.
Saint.
Breast.
Leg.
Ah. My backside.
My movement.
Coffee.
Tea.
Ah, Santana.
Pearl Jam.
Backhand.
Forehand.
Wear down.
Demolish.
Don't know.
Tournament, and they always have to be dealt with, and I feel like it's easier to play them late in the tournament than early because of the state of the grass court. It starts playing a little bit higher and a little bit slower, so that makes it a little bit better.
You feel like center court's playing that way right now, Jim?
Ever the optimist. It wasn't that fast in the beginning. That was what the players have been saying throughout the tournament, but Andre certainly knows that as the tournament progresses, the ball, that the court itself actually does start to firm up from the people running on it, and the work they put into it. Also, although he couldn't run that down, you can move better. It's, of course, not as slick. Philippoussis has got some groundies of his own. Steps into that ball. Very few guys should ever attempt to hit with Agassi. I wouldn't recommend it for Philippoussis, but he does have an awful lot of power. His problem is he goes for too much too often. Gives away too many easy points like he did there.
You're describing the Venus Williams of the men's game.
It's absolutely true. Neither one has won the slam, but both extremely talented. Over on court one, Patrick Rafter, who we expect will get by Alexander Pop, has just gotten underway as well. We'll swing over there at some point, although I don't think we'll be there a whole lot.
Later today on center court, Americans Pete Sampras and Jan Michael Gamble will do battle. And then the fourth men's quarter featuring Byron Black, veteran player from Zimbabwe, and Vladimir Volchkov, a qualifier.
We'll be covering that in its entirety. That Black Volchkov. That point you saw an example that Agassi was talking about. That ball really sat up. He expected it to skid. One thing Philippoussis has talked about is finally realizing I better get as fit as possible. And over the course of the last 4 or 5 weeks since working with Mike DePalmer and Boris Becker, he's taken his fitness a little bit more seriously. Now, that's not going to turn things around overnight, but he's certainly got what appears to be sort of an inner peace that we haven't seen as much of in the past, and he's looking well within himself out there.
Hold for Agassi. 2-all first set. 4 more up-to-the-minute scores and stats. Visit the official Wimbledon website at www.wimbledon.org, powered by IBM. Patrick Rafter, in fact, speaking about his countrymate, said he's always known that Mark Philippoussis was a fellow that rarely did work off the court. But you could see the natural strength he possessed in particularly that 2018 fifth set against Schalke.
Well, when he's as young as 12, 13 years old, he used to hit buckets of balls, just serve them as hard as he possibly could. I'm not sure that guarantees serves like this as you get older. Being 6'4", growing to be a big boy helps, and that's exactly what Agassi's looking to do. Just get the ball at Philippoussis' feet.
Lot 15.
I hope Philippoussis, for his sake, if he wants any chance of winning this, doesn't stay back too much with Agassi. That's not a winning proposition.
Two in a row.
Conditions are a little heavier, and serves that may have been 130, 135 are coming in the 120s. Well, Agassi, who sees there's Steffi Graf, been here throughout the fortnight. Agassi sees the ball better than anyone. So those serves are suddenly at Philippoussis' feet. Starting to get on top. As quickly as I said that was 138.
Wasn't good, but it looked good. And there's a 124-mile-an-hour second serve.
15.
He knows well how well Agassi returns, but he does that most of the time anyway. I mean, unless he's down break point, he'll go for broke, and then if he's in trouble, maybe he'll kick it a bit. At least he's learned that much.
Right on the line. Good goal.
That's good. Andre didn't think so, but Bruno Ribot in the chair ruled the ball good.
Don't forget they're using Cyclops right now. Bruno just agreeing with the machine.
Net first service.
Also machining on the net.
4 aces already. He had 34 against Henley.
40-30.
And this is unreturnable. I mean, this is when you go to the other side. I mean, that ball's hit 125 miles an hour with spin on the line. I mean, there's no one alive that could get that ball back.
And how often do you think Agassi has felt that way in his career?
More often as he's gotten older. Feeling his age a bit more, but experience keeping him positive out there.
Again, Philippoussis.
So Philippoussis rallies from love 30 to hold on serve first set. Mark Philippoussis, a 2018 fifth set victory over Sheng Schalken in the third round. It was the second longest match in elapsed time in Wimbledon history, the only longer one. This first round match from 31 years ago, featuring the great Pancho Gonzalez and Charlie Passerelle. Went over 2 days, John. The 24-22 first set and a 5-hour, 12-minute total match won by Pancho Gonzalez.
Does he look like he's feeling it a bit there? Can we play it at regular speed now?
And there's where it stands in history. The Philippoussis-Schalken match was the longest fifth set in Wimbledon history. Only that memorable Korecha Gumi match. How can anyone forget that?
Can't forget that.
Just think, in that match, the Philippoussis-Schalken match, Philippoussis held his serve 19 consecutive times in the fifth set. And the last 14 were sudden death, where if he had been broken, he would have lost the match.
Never was down a match or break point. Philippoussis wondering if there were new balls. That's 2 games from now. Agassi trying to figure out what they're all laughing about. So am I. And that's really annoying when the crowd's laughing at you, you have no idea why. See, in my case, I knew I was making an ass out of myself. Sometimes I didn't. There's an example where Marsh got to pull back just a touch.
30-15.
Does Andre get intimidated at all by Philippoussis' serves? Does it relate? I mean, does it relate to his service?
You're talking about Agassi here. Not easily intimidated. But Agassi, who is a stickler for details, knows the history of the game very well, is very well prepared when he plays his opponent, knows exactly not to do that. Don't try to go for too big a serve just because you want to stay up there. That's not your game. Did this guy play 2 5-setters the last 2 matches? I mean, once again, comes out, looks fresh as a daisy. Agassi's down break point after having to watch this go by him. That's great depth from Agassi. Got him out of trouble there.
Deuce.
One thing that Agassi on his serve must feel, John, is the incredible pressure of knowing you can't afford one break.
Another thing he knows going in, though. This guy's no fool. That's why he's been in 4 of the last 5 Grand Slam finals.
And he does save the break point and hold for 3-all.
Take a look at old Andre's record here. Not too shabby at 34-8. 8 years ago. The big win last year. Sampras looking so dominating. Semis, couple quarters.
And the one regret Agassi says he has now is that he didn't play Wimbledon the early years in his career. He recognizes that was something he should have done.
Or you can look at the other side of the coin. He appreciates it more now. Perhaps not ready than earlier in his career to win it. Rafter, by the way, has taken a 4-1 first set lead over Alexander Popp, the German before the event, but now he's half English, half German. Ruzetsky-like move. Although at the moment he's expressed no interest in playing or playing for Great Britain. Or yeah, I should say England. I want to upset the folks here. Great Britain actually includes Wales and Scotland.
Alexander Popp, another qualifier whose mother is from England, has dual passports.
He speaks, has an English accent as much as Tim Henman does. But the Davis Cup rules state, Ted, that you must live in the country for at least 3 years. What do we have here? A couple doubles. Don't want to get into trouble that way. At least make Agassi hit some great shots. We'll give it to him.
You can afford a double fall once in a while with that. 5 aces.
No surprise here. Jan Michael Gamble showing some nice zip here. Excellent run for him.
He says that's
watch out when you make that call. That's not the position the linesmen want to be in. Could I do another court? See, Agassi's played one good point, and he's got a break point again. That's where the doubles hurt you.
30-40.
And the other side of the coin is Philippoussis, who knows Agassi's the best returner in the game, putting more pressure on himself to go more perhaps on the second serve. Maybe even the first. Agassi thought he had that one lined up. Guessed right, but
Juice.
to no avail. He's a foot or two inside the baseline, returning 120-mile-an-hour serve. Andre would do well to take a little bit off those returns himself.
Advantage Philippoussis.
God, it's easy over here, isn't it?
I mean, you really, if the returner here, you're letting Philippoussis provide all the power, right?
That's the understatement of the day.
Again, Philippoussis full chance.
So Philippoussis saves the break point, and we march on serve first set. A look now at court one, where Patrick Rafter, who's been very quietly sailing through this draw as the 12 seed, coming back from shoulder surgery a year ago, is up a break over Alexander Popp, the 6'7" German-born, who's having his greatest moment thus far in tennis. But Rafter right now, fairly easy first set.
Well, we all know Rafter's injury problems if you're a tennis fan. This poor guy was at the top of the tennis world, two-time defending U.S. Open champion, had a default there.
40-15.
in the 5th set of his first round match. 6 months later, starting to fight his way back, and finally, Ted, for the first time here at Wimbledon, he says he's enjoying playing and it feels like he's healthy again. Good to see that handsome fella back.
Game Rafter,
Rafter, who is also enjoying the limelight being on others, is quietly moving along. 5-2 now in the first set in his quarter on court 1. Now back on center court, Andre Agassi serving. 3-4 first set, 15-love.
Love that effort by Andre out there, though.
And that's a move where you wouldn't guess he was 30 years old.
Well, that far back in the court, it is still a little green back there and slippery. Remember, it has rained most of last night and caused this match to start late, but he's up in a flash and hustling. Very into this quarterfinal match. Both players trying to string together a couple good points in a row. Get the early advantage.
Well, it could well be that the two Aussies who once met for the U.S. Open Championship just less than 2 years ago could meet again here.
I don't think so. I think the guy serving right now is going to have something to say about that.
Game Agassi.
And Agassi has held his own on his serve at 4-all. First set. Log on to wimbledon.msnbc.com for daily analysis, commentary on key matches by Chris Everett and Bud Collins, and post-match reports on the Wimbledon channel. Wimbledon.msnbc.com, powered by Enron. John, people would associate fatigue with the long 5-set matches that Philippoussis has played with legs on. I'm curious about his arm. How does the guy keep serving this hard when he's had to serve as much as he has?
I think it's just something he's done. He's very, very strong in the upper body, for starters. I mean, more than the average tennis player. And if all else fails with him, the serve is the last one to go. I asked Pat Cash, his old coach, that very question when we were doing his previous match against Henman. Because you'd think it's got to slow down. He said that the guy can go all day with the serve. That's what he saw when he coached him. But you got to think sooner or later it's got to start slowing down.
Andre hopes it's sooner.
Yeah,
no sign
better
yet.
Believe that. Well, I think we can see through that window Pat Cash in there, calling this match for BBC. One here 13 years ago. Another guy, I don't know if it's the Aussies have the bad luck, but injuries really hurt his career.
Sixth ace.
That serve seemed to be rising as it hit the fence.
40-15.
That might have been a good serve for Borg to return. You know, that would have been just where his pocket back there.
So his first set, according to form, the serves have held. It's 5-4 Philippoussis. Andre Agassi so far has stood in there. Serve versus serve with Mark Philippoussis. The 6 career Grand Slams in this late in tennis life renaissance for Andre. As you mentioned, John, 4 of the last 5 finals. And the only blemish in that, the incredible final here last year with Sampras.
Well, that's just great grass court tennis. Philippoussis does well to run this down, but this tops them all off. He loves to flick that forehand cross court. Andre's got to cover that side. Loves to go cross court on the pass.
Is that prior ball one that Philippoussis of a year or 2 years ago might not have run down?
You know, he always moved pretty well for a big guy. It's just stringing it up together. See Rafter, routine first set. Just the effort level being higher, taking it more seriously, quite simply. Of course, he's playing Agassi too, which should motivate you. Center court at Wimbledon.
The French this year, Philippoussis forged an alliance with Boris Becker, the Wimbledon champ, to be an advisor, preparing him for this event. And one of the things Becker told Philippoussis was that he felt, Boris did, that Philippoussis was only putting out maybe 40% of what he could in these kinds of events.
I got news for you. He's not the first guy that's told him that. Maybe it's the first guy he's listened to, but. One thing about Pat Cash's old coach, he was a very fit man and a hard worker. See Philippoussis with the extra effort again, and he was constantly harping on him to work harder.
Before Becker left London, he went by the house in which Philippoussis is staying, but Philippoussis says they didn't talk about tennis.
The old trick, Andre said, wasn't that a let, that serve? Andre didn't think that return was going in because he was ill-prepared to hit it. Philippoussis is not going to miss that shot. Better be careful here. He's 2 points from losing this set.
Great net play by Philippoussis in this first set.
Advantage Agassi.
But in this first set, both players have won the points they've had to. Agassi, a slight bit of pressure, comes back to hold for 5 all.
Game Agassi. 5 games.
It's Coach Gilbert looking on, talking to Perry Rogers, Andre's best buddy and manager.
So do you think Brad imitated Philippoussis' serve to get Andre ready for this?
Yeah, but he was standing at the service line when he did it.
Second service. 15.
Yeah, this is what Andre wants to make Mark do. Bend down nice and low. Have to hit up. Get that Aiken back to make him remember this, what he's done to get here. Get 4 or 5 ice bags on after the match, Philippoussis. A lot of stretching, a lot of massage. Blisters on the foot. Still firing away.
And whatever happens here, he just has to go play Davis Cup next weekend.
Fly down to Brisbane. A short little flight. You can see that. I love to watch that shot though. And this guy's 6'4". You better hit this just right. Comes over the ball.
15.
The very play we saw Martina Hingis use effectively against Venus Williams yesterday.
Just enough spin. And the guy knows the moment you hit it, it's going in.
Seventh ace.
And a nice high ball toss. He's tough to read and with so much power. Seems like he's unbreakable. This time a second serve with a little kick, clipping the back of the line.
So Philippoussis holds. Agassi will serve for a first set tie break. Mark Philippoussis very, very proud of his Greek heritage, and after a little bit of time living at least part of the year in Miami, going to move back to Melbourne, be a full-time Aussie again.
Well, I'm surprised he was there in the first place. So he did spend some time in his earlier days at Balateri's down in Florida. A lot of players like that time off in the sun. You know, for a guy like Philippoussis, who knows he should have made that forehand, actually gives him a little anonymity in the sense that he's a lot more recognizable in Australia, so he can go about his business in Florida, train down there in the heat. And then as you get a little older, though, you say, hey, you know, that people know me, that's not such a bad thing. You know, that's all right. Time to go back home. This time the forehand screams by Agassi.
Go! 30-15.
One point from a tie break to settle the first set.
40-30.
And one thing that Sampras learned and Philippoussis is learning is add the variety to your game. He likes to pull it cross court, but he's got a nice backhand up the line as he showed there now. Just add those little dimensions slowly but surely.
So we're heading to a first set tiebreak.
6 games all, first set tiebreak.
Andre Agassi
Philippoussis to serve.
and Mark Philippoussis will settle their first set here in a tiebreak. First player to 7 points wins the break.
Point, please.
You get a sense the way the
Thank you.
two are serving. All these sets could be settled thusly.
God, you're almost sounding like Shakespeare there.
Slap me if I do it again, okay? I don't know, John. People talk about Sampras having such a, and he obviously has a great second serve.
1-0.
Well,
How about this one?
Well, this guy's got a better serve. It's just that Sampras has got a better volley, and he's quicker. So that's why overall he may be tougher to break. But you imagine these two fellas from Greek heritage playing in the finals. Not talking about a lot of rallying. That's where the effort pays off. This is where Philippoussis should have moved into the net. He's got Agassi in big trouble, but he just stands there at the baseline, and then he says, I'm going to try to hit another big forehand, and goes for too much. Give credit for Andre for hustling, making him hit that extra shot. Just like he did there, but he missed the volley.
Two years ago, Philippoussis, as we see this move to the net.
And not only is it a good play to go behind your opponent when they're in the baseline, it's also good when they're coming to net. Philippoussis a little off balance.
Quarterfinals 2 years ago here against Sampras. He lost a first set tiebreak and went on to lose in straight sets. 10th ace of this first set.
2-all.
Philippoussis in that match 2 years ago was only broken twice, but lost 6-7, 4-6, 4-6.
Believe it or not, did you say the quarterfinals? Because I think they played first round there, here as well.
And of course, last year Philippoussis was up in the quarters against Sampras, set and a break, before slipping and falling and winding up tearing cartilage and ligaments in a knee. The injury that sidelined him for a while.
Yeah, he lost to Sampras twice by the exact same score. Once in the quarters and 96 in the second round, 6-4 and 4.
Players switch ends now at 3-all in the tiebreak. For continuing coverage of the championships, tune into NBC tonight, 11:35 p.m. Eastern and Pacific for the Wimbledon update, recapping all of the news and results of the day's matches. The Wimbledon update, 11:35 p.m., followed by The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
Well, the old chip charge. Got to get a little bit deeper, though, if you're playing against Agassi. Guess he takes it so early. Philippoussis wasn't even ready to volley yet. Looked like that didn't feel too good. Best return he's hit.
Yes. So the first edge in the break goes to Agassi.
5-3, Agassi.
Classic. No backswing, but major pace. Using his opponents. Look where he's returning the second serve. Got way behind the baseline. What a, just to get inside his head a little bit.
Is that all that was?
For that, and he can return from there. That also helps. It's one thing to bluff it. It's another thing to pull it off. That's the first time in the match that he's hit a return from there.
Well, he won both points on Philippoussis' serve, and now Agassi with 3 set points.
First service. I guess.
Well, everyone gets tight, tightened just enough on that forehand to miss it, but he's still got 2 more set points.
Is he thinking I really have only one?
Well, he's thinking he wants to win this one big time.
And does with an ace. He aces Philippoussis. And Andre Agassi, his first of the match, could not have come at a better time. It gives Agassi the first set in a tiebreak.
C'est Pete Sampras.
Agassi.
Nah, Pete Sampras my favourite player.
Sampras.
Andre.
Pete.
Agassi.
Maybe Pete Sampras.
Andre Agassi.
Oh, he's lovely.
I think Sampras. Sampras can't beat him.
Andre.
No.
Pete.
Andre.
Pete Sampras, a giant amongst men.
Go on, Andre! Such a great forehand.
Whack.
Agassi.
Definitely Sampras.
The smash!
Over there.
Pete!
He's a winner. He's a tosser.
I don't know what I'd scream.
Andre! Pete! Drive!
Is there a third option?
Compact Grand Slam last year. Exact scenario that we're experiencing here at Wimbledon. Venus beat Hingis, avenging the U.S. Open loss, and then Serena beat Venus the next match in the final.
And you've watched tennis for quite a few years, Ted. How often do you see Agassi on the defensive? Yeah. The counter puncher.
I'm just very, very impressed that he's staying in here despite being bombarded.
Well, he knew it was going to happen.
Right, but it's just so rare to see the greatest returner of our time have had no chance so far against Philippoussis' serve.
He still believes he's going to do it, though. You better believe he thinks he's going to get a couple breaks here.
First service.
Harder.
A 280-mile-an-hour forehand.
Yeah.
30-15.
Agassi with the miss hit, which allows Philippoussis to line this up. There's just absolutely no hope to even. You're lucky if you see those. can do it too. He's had a good serving day. Solid play. Looking to move in if necessary.
But Agassi is playing like a champion. Up a set, 4-3 on serve in the second.
It wasn't much of an accident. Still, there's a family that'll have a hard time getting to practice or on the trip they planned. Fortunately, they have a State Farm agent and the help of the world's largest claims network. And no one has more experts handling more claims quickly and fairly. That's our Good Neighbor promise. So they'll be back on the road a lot sooner than they thought.
I see her at the same time almost every day. She's always there waiting for me. I bring her lunch up to her apartment and I sing Italian love songs to her.
Philip Morris provides grants to Meals on Wheels programs so that thousands of seniors can have a hot meal and a visitor. Philip Morris and Meals on Wheels are fighting more than just hunger among the elderly. We're fighting loneliness. Working to make a difference, the people of Philip Morris.
The phone is your playing field. Connect to the world. Access the web. You have the power to do it all, right in the palm of your hand. And the sound of your voice takes you anywhere you want to go.
Michael. Hey, Coach, we did it.
Wireless, digital, Samsung. Everyone's invited.
Why is it that no matter where you are in the world, there is always a place for people to come together? When you think about it, it's simple. Humans are a social bunch. We need each other. That's why we are doing what we can to make it easier for the human race to stay united.
On this overcast day, in grounds of Wimbledon, we are, I think, keeping all of our fingers crossed. It's been amazing. It has held off under very ominous skies for better than an hour now. Philippoussis serving a 3-4 second set.
That's an incredible return. I guess he started to move back behind the baseline.
Love 15.
Very, very few people could do what he just did. First the return, then he scoots up. Make sure he takes that ball nice and high. Wins the first point.
His serve, on Philippoussis' serve, every time Agassi's played a good point, the next point seems to be an ace.
Remind you of someone? Sampras waiting in the wings. Philippoussis, no surprise there. Mark saw how far Andre was back, so figured that drop volley would work, but missed that badly.
Oh, missed badly. That's only his fourth double fault, but it gives Agassi Something he hasn't had before. 2 break points.
15-14.
Each player had 1 chance in the first set.
Please. Thank you. $30-40.
And he tosses in 2 double faults in 1 game. And the first break of serve in the match goes to Agassi.
Series by 5 games to 3.
Patience has been rewarded, John McEnroe. Andre Agassi needed nearly 2 sets, but finally has broken Philippoussis.
Well, and finally that high-risk play at Philippoussis, going for so much, catching up to him there.
So now serving for a 2-set lead.
Not surprisingly, you sense Philippoussis starting to get desperate now. Can't imagine him coming back from 2 sets down.
Slight opening for Philippoussis.
15-30.
A major opening for Philippoussis.
Floodgates have opened, apparently.
15-40.
Agassi breaks. Philippoussis looking to get right back on serve. At least 2 or 3 times he could have moved forward. Forced Agassi hit the pass. He looked like he was too into hitting those backhands. Got 1 more break point.
Deuce.
Relentless power up the ground.
He's always got those big groundings. Once again, he chooses to just try to out slug Agassi. It works here. Agassi once again losing his footing. Awful close. Serve hit the chalk. Return hit the chalk. You can't tell from there.
Well, Philippoussis stared. Agassi runs back. Hurry up, give me some balls before they change their mind.
And let me serve.
Advantage Agassi.
Now this is big, man. Save 3 break points. Now the set point and take a, you must think would be insurmountable 2 sets to love lead.
And there it is for Agassi. A tense moment in that game, but he is now up 2 sets. And Agassi now will start to smell the finish line in another semifinal on center court at the Championships Wimbledon. Agilent Technologies PowerPoints. You think this
guess
was
what
designed
this is
for,
gonna be.
for Philippoussis.
The big monster serve. Can hit it out wide, flat, up the middle like he does here. Agassi can only switch sides. Maybe he's losing the battle, but he's winning the war. Philippoussis, a lot of aces, but still down 2 sets to love. See if he can make a match of this now.
Well, he was down 2 sets to 1 here against Henman before the
15 love.
home crowd and came back to win, but this task far greater.
2 sets to 1 against Henman. Now 2 sets to love against Mr. Agassi. Totally different proposition. And you know he's not going to stop trying to do that. Just hit the bombs. It's a pretty good first serve percentage, and can't be surprised to know that he doesn't lose a whole lot of those first serve points. Agassi at least sniffing some second serves.
What does a guy who serves as hard as Philippoussis do when he gets angry? He can't serve any harder.
Yeah. It's amazing for such a big guy. He's actually a pretty laid-back guy. Doesn't seem to have a lot of anger inside that body. Sees his passing shot go by him, just turns around, walks back, gets a couple new balls.
So Philippoussis starts strongly in the 3rd set with an easy hold.
First game, 3rd set.
I think Philippoussis wishing he had Rafter's draw. Rafter now up 2 sets and a break at 4-3, just about ready to finish off the unknown Alexander Pop.
Well, Mark Philippoussis facing a struggle unlike anything that he's accomplished before, trying to come back from 2 sets down and a slam here at Wimbledon against Andre Agassi.
Well, he did beat Sampras 8-6 in the 5th, just earlier in the French Open. And That ball looked like it clipped a little bit at line, but called out. I don't think Ted, he's ever come back from 2 sets.
And especially in this sort of an environment, like I said, an opponent the caliber of Agassi.
You know, it looks great, but at the end of the day, he's lost the point. I mean, he's hit 4 or 5 great shots, but Agassi's simply better
30 love.
doing this than he is. Philippoussis is finally showing some emotion. Let's see if it gets him going.
Talking about the that French Open win he had over Sampras just a few weeks ago. He was an unseeded player at the French and drew Sampras in the first round. And by rights, he should have been unseeded here. But the Wimbledon draw, in Philippoussis' case, seems to be justified.
40-15.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, he's just out as it is, 18, and a lot of that's due to injury. Definitely one of the best grass court players in the world. Welcome to Roland Garros. Well, it makes for great action, that's for sure.
40-30.
I guess he's accommodating in that sense. He'll serve and stay back and get involved in these type of rallies. Philippoussis showing some nice speed, a little bit of luck. Remember, Agassi's still up 40-30, though.
And now Agassi has held, so it's 1-all, third set.
One game.
Oftentimes, John, there's the concern or question about a player closing out, and in recent years, especially during his great run, I don't think there's been anybody better at closing a match than Agassi.
Philippoussis good at closing out. You can see why.
15 love.
Unfortunately, he's down 2 sets to love. That's the bad news. Of course, Agassi's also won 6 Grand Slams. Mark looking for number 1.
15 on.
6th, the double fault.
He's got another problem, too. He's been on the court a lot longer. That's what happens when you play 2018 in the 5th.
Philippoussis, after the Schalken match in the 3rd round, said he felt like he'd been punched for 5 hours. Imagine how Schalken felt.
And he had lost the year before to Courier 13-11 in the 5th. Poor guy. It's not meant to be, he said, that I get to the round of 16 at Wimbledon.
You still want that fifth set tie break here, don't you?
No, definitely. I just think it'd be more exciting for the sport. There'd be an end in sight, so I think TV would like that. I think the fans would love that ending. Players, I guess, are the ones that don't want it, or else they would push for it more. Half volley return winner. No problem. Try this when you're returning the serve a hit about 130 miles an hour. Agassi looking to finish things here. Put poor old Mark out of his misery.
Is he starting to time Agassi things better?
Yeah, and he knows he's got to be a little deflated from being in this position. Down 2 sets. That's outstanding. Outstanding play. Hope he's okay.
Agassi walking right to the net to see.
Walking gingerly, but seems to be okay. And the crowd giving both players a real nice round of applause. That didn't look pleasant, particularly when you've had knee problems.
When you did that very thing here a year ago, at a time when Philippoussis was outplaying Pete Sampras. So now Agassi with a break point, a second serve.
What a game.
And Agassi has taken the lead of 2 sets and a break in the third.
The Championships, Wimbledon, brought to you by Agilent Technologies, dreams made real. By Aflac, without it, no insurance is complete. By Honda, a winning lineup of fine quality automobiles, motorcycles, and power equipment. And by Sun America, the retirement specialist.
Welcome back to center court where Chris Evert joins us, and now we have 2 players here who both played against siblings in professional matches, albeit not on a stage like center court Wimbledon.
Not the quite so close in age, too. It was a big difference. Patrick was 7.5 years younger than I. And how much?
And ability too. I mean, I don't think Patrick
I didn't want to
was,
say. I wanted to leave that to you.
I don't think he was in your league, and I don't think Jeannie was in my league. So it makes it a
Let's
lot.
be blunt.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot closer.
Can you feel the love here, folks?
Yeah.
Well, it's there's going to be some electricity here on center court tomorrow when the 2 sisters meet. Chris, are you surprised that Richard Williams has said he won't be here?
He'll be here.
Do you think he will?
Oh, yeah. I think Richard says a lot of things for shock value, and I think it'll be hard for him to stay away. I think he'll be curious, and he'll be popping his head in and out, and we'll be looking for him.
We see Agassi now, who's up a break in the third.
15 love.
Yeah, you can forget about this now. I mean, you talk about a miracle. If Philippoussis comes back now. Agassi looks as good as he's looked the entire tournament, no question now. Loaded with confidence.
Do you think the sisters will have dinner together tonight?
Yes, I think that's their. I wouldn't, but
well, they're out
and
there,
I know Chris wouldn't either.
They're out there playing double. Listen, I never wanted to lose to my sister. They're actually out there playing doubles now, so it'll be interesting to see how they're getting along, being on the same side of the net. Who's your pick, John, for that match tomorrow?
Assuming they're going out there 100%, which is another question, and I hope that's the case, just from a fan's perspective. I think. Even though Venus had that great win, I think I'd have to pick Serena. I mean, that's a tough call, but Serena looks to be more confident too. Who are you going with?
I got to go with Venus because she's the older sis. She's had the tougher match, and
That's for sure.
sister has already won a Grand Slam, and psychologically that might enter into it also. I think Venus is hungry at this point.
That's for sure. I've seen her younger sister win that first major, but
it's tough. They're both great players, and they're both worthy of winning a title.
Well, you'll see it tomorrow right here on NBC, 1 p.m. Note our time, 1 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, where the ladies' semifinals tomorrow.
This should be a new rule. Williams sisters have to be on different sides of the draw, just for interest's sake. They can only play in the finals. That's going to be tough after they play, that they're going to have to go off and play another match.
So we're in favor of just completely rigging these draws all the time.
I am, yeah. To be blunt, yeah, just that's a minor change. Williams sisters on opposite halves.
Well, I'm not sure, John, is Agassi's return getting that much better, or is Philippoussis losing any steam?
You know, just a touch. But I mean, see, just things are rolling in his way. It's just it's meant to be, as they say, at this point.
Well, Chris Evert, we thank you for dropping in here. Chris will be with us tomorrow, obviously, for the Williams sisters at 1 o'clock here on NBC.
30-15.
Well, Richard Williams may not be here, but I know that Mr. J.P. McEnroe Jr. will be here.
That's absolutely true. Little English network coverage. The Williams sisters.
Well, it was 20 years ago today, of course, that you played your memorable match with Borg right here, and I thought we should address you as such to commemorate Mr. J.P. McEnroe Jr.
I thought it was going to be Sir John now.
You didn't do that well at the Palace, did you?
Well, he certainly doesn't want to lose serve again. The big man has some nice touch, too, when necessary, and it was there.
Philippoussis holds, but Andre Agassi, what he feels on a roll to the semifinals. Center court, Wimbledon. That's where the focus is right now. Andre Agassi, 3 games away from the semifinals.
Oh, come on.
And very unhappy right now.
Well, the worst part is that he was right there. You know, you got to hit that. Even Andre knows that deep down, whether it was in or out. So he's over there. He's ready to hit a forehand. Could have been out. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with him there. He's certainly got great eyesight, but take a whack at it anyway.
First service.
The eyesight is interesting. Mark Philippoussis, one of the few tennis players that I've heard of, John, who has had the LASIK surgery done just in the last 7 or 8 months.
Well, it sounds dangerous. A lot of people have talked about how much better they see. Wouldn't want that to go wrong.
15 all.
Laser through the back of your head or something.
It's you're seeing it and hearing about it much more in American team sports. Don't necessarily, I guess, crystal clear eyesight would help.
No,
tennis, but they just
believe it. First of all, Philippoussis is limping a little bit, which is obviously not a good sign. I hope he's okay. But why he keeps just trading ground strokes with Agassi, other than if he's getting paid to look good out there. Get paid to win. Those knees are starting to get sore on him. No surprise. It's not going to stop him from bombing away, though. That's what he knows, and that's what he's going to do. Win, lose, or draw. Forehand, I can understand more. The backhand, that is where the old chip charge play. Well, forget about listening to me. He's rewarded with a break point.
30-40.
He has to have some mental fatigue, doesn't he?
He's got to. If he's a human being, he does. Oh, he missed that. Some nutty play out there. This is the easiest one of the bunch.
Advantage, guys.
5 aces for Agassi, and it seems like each one has come on a crucial point.
It's an excellent day serving. Got him out of trouble, mixed it up well, just like he's done off the ground. Just enough pop to make Mark respect it. It's annoying when you make that extra effort like Agassi does here on this next shot. Slips once again, trying to get over to that backhand volley. That can be grass court tennis. There you go, Ted. Same thing there.
Amazing. His first ace was set point to win the opening set. That gives him a game point for 4-2. So 2 games away now is Agassi. 2 games from the semifinals.
Agassi leads Mark 4-2.
Andre Agassi closing in on what may well be a rematch of his semifinal a year ago when he played Patrick Rafter.
Rafter actually served for the match, dump serve, Ted, but is now in the tiebreak up 5-1. So he is once again about to finish off Alexander Pop. Remember, beat Gustavo Kirten in the 3rd round. Now it's 6-1.
Get your pen out. You can write Rafter's name in, okay?
15 love.
Man, you are a tennis expert. If he loses that set, you'll stand on your head. It's over on court 1. First semifinalist is Patrick Rafter.
14 love.
There's the final, 6-3, 6-2, 7-6. Well done, Mr. Rafter.
Yeah, Philippoussis.
Oh, good service game by Philippoussis, but Agassi knows he needs to hold only twice to play Rafter on Friday. Agassi was on his way out of this tournament. Down 5-2 in the 5th set to Todd Martin, but somehow rallied to win. Thursday and Friday when that match was finally completed seemed like a long time ago to Agassi.
That's another great point. I mean, they're just bombing away, big hitting.
15
Philippoussis is just not going to win many of these points. especially now with Agassi up 2 sets and a break. Well left, 2 points from the semis.
30 left.
Seventh ace for Agassi.
Very, very well done. Great tournament for Philippoussis, but Agassi just really on top of things here. Stuck with it and his just reward. That's why you get 3 straight match points. In case you choke up on the first one. Agassi proving he's human.
14-15. Quiet, please. Thank you.
And Andre Agassi marches on towards what many feel may be a rematch of the great final of last summer. Agassi is into the semis. Sampras to follow. And this match brings out, I think, a little more emotion from Agassi. He knows how tough this one was.
And he knows how close he is. The crowd loves it. He is really excited right now.
Well, the younger Agassi may not have had the patience to sit there and withstand the barrage he got early on. And Mark Philippoussis has run into the American wall again in the quarterfinals. He lost a very similar match here 2 years ago to Sampras in the quarters. Last year, injury took him out of a match he was winning against Sampras. And now this year, just 2 good tennis from Andre Agassi sends Mark Philippoussis home. So one rematch from '99 is set. It is Agassi and Rafter in one of the men's semifinals.
There's something that Agassi did to help him out. Solid, solid serving. You know all about the ground strokes.
John, it was Andre Agassi who was never broken on his serve in this match. And there'll be another match for Steffi Graf to watch here on Friday. The first acknowledgement by Agassi after match point sails wide. We'll return to the Championships Wimbledon on NBC.